gonna have to figure out how to like. Hi guys, we're back one more time. Hopefully this is part 3. First of all, let me just tell you, I don't get phone calls. Nobody ever called me.
Well, see, I get phone calls. Let me tell you what another thing I had to learn how to do.
But today,
because I have relationships with artists, I have relationships with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let me tell you another thing I had to learn how to do. So, say you call me, you could talk about everything, but we can't talk about nobody.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like if you say you're an artist, I'm gonna give you a name, Sheila E.
Okay.
And you got a problem with Sassy B over here.
Okay.
You can't call me and talk about Sassy.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna do that.
Yes.
But me and you can have a conversation about
anything
work
else.
or anything else. But when you bring, no, baby, we're not gonna do that. And I had to learn how to say that because
Oh,
I used to
I'll
get on the phone and listen to everything.
And you take
and then
all
I'll
of
be
that
like,
inside.
and then I'll be wondering why I'm just way down.
Definitely.
So I tell people all the time, don't call me with no negative stuff.
Right,
Miss Misha, don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about no people, nobody. I had an artist call me the other day. He said, "Girl," he said, "I'm just so proud of you." I was like, "What I do?" He said, "It be people on Facebook that go for you. You gonna give them a birthday shout out." But see, let me tell you what my thing is. I'm held accountable for how I treat you.
Exactly.
God ain't gonna ask me when I get
To the gate.
Misha, why you mistreat Trina? Well, you know Trina. No. I'm not saying what Trina doing. I'm asking you what you doing. So I think of that every day. I don't have a problem with artists not answering the phone. Let me now. I ain't gonna lie, cause we ain't gonna do no lying today.
Okay. We gonna be real.
It's some of them that I already know they coming. So this is what I do. You want to learn how to do like I'm not finna play with you. So then you got them. This is what you do. I ain't reaching out. I ain't gonna tell them I'm not reaching out to you no more. Guess what? Now my phone ringing. Miss Misha, you didn't call me. So what's going on for the ZBT? You want me on there? Well, honey, I didn't know if you wanted to be on here or not. Cause when I call you, you don't answer the phone. So you got the. Because let me tell you something. You doing something positive, I'm doing something positive. Eventually, you gonna see it. I'm not finna beat you over the head to make you see it. I'm not finna run you down. That's what I'm not gonna do because I got 101 other things to do. So you just gotta learn how to treat them when they don't answer the phone. Okay, then I done left you a message. I done reached out to you. Move on. God will put somebody else in the way, and there for you to do. Then when they'll see, oh well, she got so and so, and then they'll be reaching out to you. Just do how I do. I had to learn that because I had this one artist I used to call every year. Call this manager, call him, hey, he know me to do this, blah, blah, blah. Never. So I had another artist that told me, stop calling them. Stop. Because they gonna see the importance of it. Stop. You shouldn't even have to do that anyway.
Right.
He said, I promise you, stop. And guess what happened?
They calling
the next year, I had to turn my phone off. They was calling me so much. So you just have to, it's just.
It's and for me, not taking on, but we're talking female promoter to female promoter to a certain extent.
I'm a promoter.
You are
I don't want to be a promoter.
But you are a promoter. Let me just say this: I work for Lone Star College. Recruitment, promotion, everything I do. It's okay. It's not a negative word. That's inside of what you do. You got to promote your event. Yeah. So you are a promoter. You're a promoter of the ZBT Awards. You are the owner. You're the CEO. You the HNIC. You all that. But you're still a promoter. Okay. So just FYI, just let you know. You don't have to put that at the top of your chart.
I just was like, I didn't want to be a promoter. Somebody told me that one day. I said, I ain't no promoter.
You are. Don't be saying it. Don't be rolling your eyes. We do good work.
And bat my eyes. Like I am. Not that it's bad. I just don't. I
understand what you mean, though. But you are. But just know.
I just give out awards. But
it's still you're promoting the love of Zydeco Blues and Trailride.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense when you say it like that.
Yes. Favorite girl. No, let me just say this. So, as promoters or supporters of all this, for me, and me, you haven't had this conversation before about women in this business. Let's say that women in entertainment. Was that better than promoter? Women in entertainment. So
I'm gonna cut my album. Okay.
You gonna cut your album?
Yeah.
So listen. So when I'm looking on. Wherever I'm looking for things that are happening, I'm seeing all these events going on, right? So somebody answering somebody's phone, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because this is how you looking. You looking on there like,
they got to be answering somebody's phone call
on their flyer, and I didn't call them to be on my flyer.
Yes.
Girl.
So and in my mind, I could be
they might be a male
overthinking
promoter. We female promoters.
go. That's what I'm saying.
This is
That's
the
where
thing.
I'm going
This is
with
the
that.
thing with this, and I have a lot of women that's in music. Real like Miss Nelly Tiger Travis is me and her. That's just like another mother to me. I love Miss Nelly. Me and Miss Nelly, I love Miss Nelly. She's great. Miss Karen Wolf, and I listen to a lot of women. When I talk to them on the phone about just business, they be saying, Miss Misha, blah, blah. I be like, girl, you just gotta. But it's just like, I had a guy that told me, you need to learn your position. I told him, baby, I know my position. You might need to learn yours because I'm not trying to be a man. It's not that I'm trying to, because then he told me, that's why, I guess if they get hurt, they hurt my feelings. That's why you ain't got no man, because a man can't tell you nothing. Well, first of all, I'm a grown woman. So now you're not going to tell me nothing like that. Now you're
not gonna
ask
disrespect
me something,
yes.
and I will do it. Now I know how to, I'm a woman. Now I ain't no
Right.
paid woman.
Yeah.
I'm a woman, so I know that. But it's just like like a lot of the women I hear them talking like about how certain promoters are paid. Say you a woman artist and you been out here 20 years in the game, got hits, been all over the country. They want to give you X amount of dollars, but give this male artist all this money. It's just like it's
that.
They don't want to make us equal, and we are.
Right, we are.
So I know
and
what
we work
you're saying.
just as hard.
I know what you say, and I don't know if it's just that some men have once again it go back to you might not want to take an order from me because I am a woman. And
I hate to go to politics, but some of why we got Trump is because people, even black people, I found, black men, they did not want to vote for Hillary because they just couldn't see a woman running the country.
Baby, you come from a woman, honey.
And it makes me think
A
about
woman
it,
had
and
to
it makes
birth
you
you,
look at it a
baby.
whole picture. And so even some of the stuff that I do with
Girl, they over there eating snacks.
I'm hungry too. I'm talking about starting. Let me get to the next one. Decide on your team. What's the most challenging? We've already talked about that.
Yeah.
We already answered it. As a female in the business, how do you navigate the good old boys game? And just what we're saying, we just work hard and try to navigate it. That's the best we can do.
I did an interview last week. I don't know if I tag you in it or not.
You didn't tell me in the video, but I heard about it. Yeah.
Well, Miss Tawana, she's a radio person. Miss Tawana is just one straight to the point, honey. I said, oh Lord, they gonna hang us for this interview. Well, Miss Tawana, she asked me. This is her question. So y'all, I'm just asking how she asked me. Said, well, how do you deal with it when they try to ask you for your cat for business? I say my cat. I thought I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like I said,
You gotta think about it for a minute.
I say, wait a minute, Tawana, I ain't got nothing to do with that one.
Gosh.
I say, what you say? She said, yo, cat.
Yes.
I said, girl, why? She said, because she runs
It is the
into that.
truth. It is the
she
truth.
runs into that.
Yes.
I say, what
Yes.
you mean? But let me tell you something I've learned. It take you just to tell one. You can tell that right one off. Because I've had, hello. So for people that don't know, yes, it is men that do try to talk to me. Thank
You're
you.
silly.
So I had this one artist who's a major artist. It was flattering and then it was disrespectful to a certain extent. We were having a conversation, but you got to learn how to stop it.
Stop it.
Then.
Not
Because
say,
if you laugh
I
and
know,
you
I've been told
play,
that so many
then they
times.
think they can play with you. So
Yes.
then they gonna tell this one over there,
Yeah.
oh, you can play with her.
Right, right.
So when he first said, I was like, what you say? Because when you hear something, you be like, oh,
Right.
he didn't say that.
Right.
I'm a little old, so maybe my hearing. I said, baby, what you say? He said, you heard what I said. I say, well, so let me say this to you. First of all, don't ever in your life, and I told him this. He know who he is. What you want, don't play with me.
Don't ever
like that.
in your life, she said.
Don't play with me like that. I said, because that's what I don't do. I said, if you're gonna do something, first of all, let me explain something to you, ragged ass. I said ragged ass. She said I could cuss, so I could say
Oh,
that.
you can curse.
Ass is not a cuss word. It's in the Bible. My grandma say that.
I love you. I love you.
Look, so wait. I said you ought to be happy somebody want to honor you. You're not. Don't proposition me.
Yes.
Don't disrespect me in what I'm doing. I said, don't do that. I said, because that's very disrespectful. He was totally quiet. Let me tell you why. Because I was the first person that ever put him in a place.
Gotcha.
So that lets me know that it's some women out there, Trina,
oh,
that ain't doing it the right way.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
he had to call another artist.
And tell
That
him.
artist called me. He said, bitch, what did you say? I said, what did I say when? you didn't talk to that man crazy. I said, and who the heck he supposed to be? He said, well, man, Misha, he said, what? I told him when he said, well, yeah, he was wrong for that. He said, you have to talk to him like that. I said, yes, I did, because I need for him to understand that I am running a business, and I want to be respected the same way y'all do. He's not going to come at me like that.
And some men cannot say that.
And he had already been calling me, but I wasn't answering the phone. So this artist said, Misha, answer the phone. Let him apologize to you. And I answered the phone, and I allowed him to apologize. And he said, I won't ever in my life disrespect for you like that. And let me tell you what he told me. He said, but I have never had a woman to tell me no.
Wow.
To tell me no. Like, they would laugh and think. I say, that's what I tell a lot of these women. Stop laughing.
I will laugh.
And making it thinking it's okay. Because that stuff ain't okay.
Someone interviewed me. I'm going to play it again on my birthday next week. But a young lady interviewed me, and so she asked me, what would I tell other young women that's in this business? Because I do a lot with clubs. And I said, one thing I had to learn was to observe, watch, listen, and observe. I had to learn that, and then I had to, the biggest thing for me was, because maybe I'm a little cute. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm cute, but if I am cute,
yeah, you can.
That men they don't look at your brain. They look at you're cute.
Well, they must like big girls too.
They like big little girls. They just like you to be cute.
Yeah.
I guess. And what I mean, let me demonstrate. Let me clear up what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, you cute, whatever you are. They look at that versus your brain and what you're saying. Because while you talking and giving these ideas to them, they totally looking. And as soon as you finish talking, they ain't heard nothing you say is, well, let me take you out. Or even I've had some even recently, vulgar things said, and if you laugh about it, you're absolutely right. They're gonna keep doing it.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm gonna have to say this about you. Most of the artists that I talk to, I FaceTime them because I be at home and I be working, so I have to FaceTime.
Yeah.
If you call me at home and I FaceTime, baby, I got a rag wrapped around my head. I got on my pajamas, and I would answer the accent.
Just like
they
that.
be like, Misha, I'd be like, what? You call me.
That is so funny.
So the day that I answered the phone on FaceTime, girl, I had a wrap rag on my head. Half of my hair was hanging out. I was saying, I didn't know he got to be on.
Get out of here. That would have made me feel bad anyway.
I don't even think that's what it is. I think they test you.
I think they test you, but no. So I'm saying, so this is what I say when she asked me about what would I tell young girls, to be careful of that.
Yes.
I've been promised so many things. You know, everybody knew. Like, people know you want to take it to another level. Someone may come to you and offer you all that. I'm gonna give you all of that right now. Before now, you might would say, "Oh yeah, that sounds good." If he's gonna give me that, I had to learn that ain't nobody giving you nothing. Because if they're trying to give you something, there's an ulterior. Doing it yourself, you can always say that I did it myself, I bought it myself, or I got it myself. You don't have to say nobody, and nobody can tell you, Misha, you got the ZBT awards because of me.
And you owe me. And see, let me tell you, I have a lot of artists that I'm friends with that have a lot of connections. So they be like, Misha, I say, no, give me the number. And let me contact them myself.
That.
Let me tell them what I got going on.
Gotcha.
Because I don't want nobody to come here and sit here and say, oh, well, I came because Trina. Or Trina can say, oh, the only reason why Silk came is because I gave you the hookup. No, you give me the number. And I have a lot of friends in the music that know a lot of people, and they'll be like, Misha, oh, here they know they had to. Why I said it's not that I think you're gonna do it, but I never want to leave that gate open where you can always come back and say, well, you remember I gave you this, that's why. No. Give me the number, and when I call, like Mr. Benny Lattimore, he sings Let's Straighten It Out. So I got Miss Nelly. She gave me the information. She said, I said, no, Miss Nelly, I don't want you to speak for me. You need to let me speak for myself, because I want him to hear what I gotta say, and I want him to base his decision off of that.
Exactly.
I called him, and I spoke to Mr. Lattimore. He answered the phone, talked to me. Girl, we was on the phone for 3 hours. He asked me how I got started, why, what is the vision or whatever. And he said, honey, it would be an honor for me to come.
Wow.
And that's why I want you to come. I want you to come because I'm honoring you, and then I want you to come because you believe in what I'm doing. You didn't listen to me, and I didn't told you what I'm doing, and you believe in it. Not because Trina or Miss Vonda or Dendra or Janice didn't say this, because I'm telling you that. So I never want nobody else to do that. I told Tawana, I said, Tawana, I could be probably a billionaire right now if I was
that person
ready to lay on my on my back.
We
I ain't
had
gonna
this
say
conversation too
cat.
that night. We had a lot
I
to
ain't
talk
gonna
about.
say cat. I'm gonna say cat, but because Tawana said cat. That's why I'm saying cat.
Yeah.
But if I was able to say, okay, well, let me do this, because you get propositions all the time. Well, you know I can help you with this. I can put you in the door with this.
I'll buy you a club.
Yeah, because it's a lot of R&B singers, like you say, you got Silk, H-Town, Tony Terry, Keith Sweat. A lot of them are coming to the children's circuit, so they doing a lot of shows
definitely.
with the people. So what has been a blessing for me is because I've honored like the Sir Charleses and the Calvins.
Exactly.
So when they go out on shows, they talk about the ZBT. Oh, the ZBT honored me, because when I reached out to Silk, they was like, oh my God, yeah, I heard about it. And I was like, what are you hearing about? Well, Calvin told me this, and I heard about this through Jada, you know, so that's a good thing.
It's a good
so
thing.
It kind of, when the artists talk about it, because like Big Cynthia was a real good friend of mine, you know, she passed away in
about 2 years
16
ago,
or
right?
17, I think. And I remember going to Big Cynthia funeral, and I remember sitting on the front row, and I remember opening the, I was sitting by Mel Waiter's sister, and I remember we opened up the program, and we was reading it. And Big Cynthia had been in music for 19 years. Wow. And I got to reading it, and you know, it puts all the things that you accomplished in your obituary. And it got to going down there, and the only awards that Big Cynthia had ever received was the awards for me. And I was like,
that's crazy. After
how
19
Big Cynthia
years.
been in his 19 years, had her music on Empire, and all this stuff Big Cynthia did, and you mean to tell me that I am the only person in the 19 years of her doing music? These are the only awards. I mean, so it and I remember when the guy asked, he said, "Okay, who all want to give a talk?" And I remember sitting there, and Mel also say, "You got to go up there." This is when I realized that it's a lot of people that you don't think paying attention, you pay attention to. So B Flippin was like, "Well, we're not gonna go up there, so you're gonna have to speak on behalf of us." Cupid looking down at me like, okay, so I get up and I go and get in the line. At that time, me and Miss Robin, another lady, and she went up there with me, and I remember getting a text from an artist, and they say, "You got to make sure you introduce yourself, tell people who you are," because I don't like to do that. I just be like, "Hey, I'm Misha." I don't all that extra stuff, because I feel like I gotta keep telling you that I'm the CEO of the ZBC. Am I convincing you or me? I know who I am. I feel like I don't have to do that. So he was like, "You gotta tell people who you are." So I got up there. I was like, "Oh, I don't. You know, people just because y'all don't know, I do go to church." Sometimes I got a whole bunch of uncles that's preachers, so I do know the Bible. I know scriptures. So when I got up there to get on the mic, you know, you have to say that when you're at the church first, giving obedience to God. You know, you got to throw them out there to the head of this house. You got to do that. Everybody looking at me
preachers
like,
on the pulpit.
Yeah, and everybody in their prospective places. I got that from Reverend Dixon.
Right.
Everybody looking at me like, I know. One artist told me I had to put my head up and say, "Who is that? This heifer ain't just quote no scripture in here. I got this." The preacher even had to stand up. I say, "Well, I done it. I'm in the wrong business." And girl, I remember saying, "Well, let me introduce myself," because I was told that's the proper thing to do. Trina, immediately when I said that my name is Tamesha Horten and I am the CEO and the founder of ZBT Awards, everybody in the room stood up.
Wow.
And the claps. So the minister had to say, "Okay, y'all need to sit down and let her finish." And I kind of, it took me a minute. I had to get myself back together, because Big Cynthia, my mom was sitting there, and I had to get myself back together. Honey, after I said my thing, then I had all the artists to stand up, like Cupid, all the artists, audio, everybody was in there. I made them stand up, you know, let them know we are in here for the family or whatever. And I told Big Cynthia, "Mama, as long as I'm alive, that I will make sure that her memory doesn't go, you know, her legacy don't die." And I remember when we got in the parking lot, one of my DJs with me, Takeover, and I think we just got swamped. They's like, "We never knew who did the ZBT Awards." Oh my God, Cynthia talked about this all the time. And people was giving me cards. "My artist is this." I was like, "Baby, let me get out." Cause I would put stuff all in my bra, all in my, cause I was like, "Ooh." And then I remember Mel Waiter's sister walking up to me, and she was saying that she said, "I'm very proud of you." She said, "I just really hate that my brother did not get to see somebody do what you're doing." She said, "Let me tell you." She said, "I watch you." She said, "Let me tell you why I'm proud of you." She said, "Because you don't make this about you. You don't never make it about you." She said, "Baby, nobody didn't even really know who you were unless they knew you, because you don't walk around here saying it. She said, and you just remain that. You remain humble. She said, because everything that God has for you, you're going to get it. I remember her telling me that, but I just remembered after the funeral, I was like, golly, how long people was standing up and stuff. And Big Cynthia, mama told me, she said, you might not see the impact of what you're doing, but we do. She said, because my daughter, when it was ZBT time, Big Cynthia was on it. She was ready. Because she said, because out of all the things that my baby did, you were the one that honored her. And you were the one that, you know, gave her that platform, okay? And you noticed that. And she said, and don't think what you're doing is going to notice. But you know me, I'm just thinking, I'm just giving out awards. Because even the woman...
A little bitty award show. So
the woman in Atlanta, she said, Miss Horten, whether you paid $2 for that award or $5. It ain't even about it. It's about the fact that you did it and you giving it to them.
And then it's an honor for people. I'm going to just bring this up. So people talk about, and I don't know how y'all feel, but this is just my opinion. As far as Beyonce making over, I love Maze. So I would get mad because people never would recognize Maze. I'm like, why didn't I recognize when Maze is never. So when she made the song, but without hearing anybody's opinion, the first thing I thought was, oh my God, somebody's remaking Maze, and that's such an honor. And now, so someone on Facebook was saying something really bad, so I responded back, as I do sometimes, and said, to the person, she was a really nice person, but she just was really down in the song, and I said, well, just think about Maze, think about Frankie Beverly, how he must feel to know that the new generation is gonna get to see him, and he actually ended up coming out saying that. I even actually got to hear the interview that he said. It's an honor. It was an honor for her to do that. Yes, because now they're introducing Maze to this new generation. And this is another thing that a lot of people get mad at me about. So let me explain something to you. If you're an artist and you want to come over here, a new artist, and you want to be a part of the show, you have to pay homage. You got to pay your dues. Meaning, if we're gonna honor TK Soul, if we're gonna honor Lattimore, and we're gonna honor Theodis Eagley, you got to come over here and do a tribute, because you need to pay homage to these guys who didn't pave the way for you. A lot of artists get mad at me about that, but why you want to be a part of something that you don't even want to pay homage to the people who open up the door for you? When you say pay homage, what are you expecting from them?
So a lot of artists when they call, this is what I had to learn how to do. Because sometimes I get the artist call, when Miss Misha, we want to come and perform our songs. Me and you might not know their song. I tell people all the time, Houston is a very hard market. It's a hit or miss, baby. You gonna either hit it or you gonna miss it. And if you miss it, baby, I'm sorry, it's bad.
The train
it's bad.
Is gone.
Yes. Even you gotta come. When you come here, you gotta come hard. With it.
Yes.
That's it. You know, Pokey can come every year and do the same song. Pokey gonna shut it down. I don't care how he do side piece.
When I know the TV Toy Award show I went to, I didn't think Pokey was gonna ever stop singing.
Yeah, that's okay. We
didn't
know
that's what I'm saying. We partied and it was. I don't know if you remember the show, but it was at the end of the show.
Yeah.
He had performed.
Yeah,
and then he came back again. I was like, and it reminds me of, and I don't mind to take over your interview. But a guy asked me to go see Stevie Wonder. Yeah, and I was like,
you don't like Stevie?
I love Stevie, but in my mind, I was young. I was much younger too.
Yeah.
Why am I going? But I said, okay, I'll go. Best freaking concert I've ever been to in my, and I thank him to this day for taking me to this concert.
Stevie gave a show.
He gave a show, and I always say, this man can teach these other artists how to give a show.
I'm telling you.
And that's something, the city, we talked about the city. So the city is one of my favorite bands. And you know how you can go to a show and see a band and they look like they tired, they can't wait for the show to be over? Since I've seen the city the first time, maybe 2 years ago, I've never seen them any different. And mind you, all those gentlemen have jobs, great jobs, but they have jobs. But every show you go to and you pay your money, they give you your money's worth every single time. That is what I admire. And I think when I'm saying that in the same breath with Stevie, because Stevie gave that show, and you know Stevie up on top of the piano. I was like, Stevie, you can't sing. You better get out from that.
Got more
but
than me, honey.
These guys here with the city, I put them in that category of saying that people come pay to see you.
Yeah.
And you got to give them that.
Yeah, and so this is what I'm saying. Like, so now when artists call me, they say, Miss Misha, we want to come and perform. I said, okay, well, this is what I got. It's no more, if I call Pokey, I'm going to say, Pokey, you're going to come. Oh, because let me tell you, this is what Pokey and Kenyatta going to tell me. Girl, you know we support you. We got it. I'm going to let Pokey come do his thing.
Right.
Because one thing about Pokey, he going to bring the energy. So you got to have that. So I got Pokey. Definitely. Like this year we got DJ Jubilee. So we got that, kind of that for ones that like, I guess, twerk or drop it like the pie or whatever they do. So we got that. But with the artist now, I used to say, okay, what you want to do? It's no more me asking you.
Gotcha.
This is how I go here. When you call me, okay, so this is what I got open. I have an opening for Lattimore tribute, TK tribute.
Oh, that's what you
I have a opening for H-Town tribute, a Silk tribute, a Cupid. So which one you think you're going to be comfortable on? Oh, well, what about my music? Well, you need to go on the pre-show. Because the main show, we're honoring people.
Gotcha.
And that's...
So is that the theme of this year?
Well,
That's what it's always been. I mean, as far as paying homage.
well, yeah,
it's
like
always
last
like
year,
that.
that was my thing. Like we had,
Okay.
you didn't get to come last year, so
Yeah.
we had like Carl Sims. We did that, like so because it's nothing. Let me tell you something about the older artists. When they come in there, like you could have bought Carl Sims for a nickel last year. When Jeter Jones had that mic and was singing his song, and
means
even
a lot.
the younger Trailride people
Yeah.
was up. Because everybody know Trail.
Right.
And then when Jeter jumped off that stage and gave Carl that mic, and Carl got that mic, baby, that just did it. Carl called me like 2 weeks in back to back after that.
Just to say thank you.
Yes, because that was amazing to him.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, why? Like, we got Mr. Theotis Eagley. Why you can't come over here and do? You talented, you can sing. Coming and paying homage to a legend is gonna get you more attention than
Definitely.
anything else.
I agree with that.
And some of them don't like it. I have artists that get mad at me because they want to come over here and sing NDRE, and I'm like, you can't read. This is Zydeco Blues and Trina. I'm like, we're not doing that over here. You can do that on the pre-show, honey. You can do that Friday night. You're not gonna do this today.
Right.
So like it's just one of those things. So I have to learn how to. I'm bossing up.
You bossing up.
Everybody ain't liking it.
It's okay though, because
But
it's
I'm
gonna get you
loving
where
it.
you need to be, and it probably causes less stress. So let me go ahead and start moving on to winding this down. First, I want to just say
They hungry.
I'm hungry too, and then I want to give me a dance in. But no, no. Tell me real quick the date of the ZBT Awards this year.
December the 15th at the House of Blues. What street is the House of Blues on? Carolina Street.
I think it's Carolina.
That's a shame I don't know, but y'all know what the House of
Y'all
Blues
know what
is.
House of Blues is.
Downtown.
Google.
And it's
Waze.
we doing we paying. We're gonna give a percentage of my proceeds are gonna go to the AIDS awareness.
Okay.
So I'm promoting the red ribbon. So come out there with your red suit. If you're gonna wear furs, make sure the animals are dead on your shawls and stuff. Thank you.
I must tell y'all, this is the most fun I've had on any of my little interviews.
Hey,
This is the most fun I've had.
Trina, make
Like
sure the foxes and the rabbits and the chichayas
They
are dead, baby. Don't come with them barking alive, because you gonna scare the children.
You know what? I cannot with this lady here. But guys, I want to say, you, Misha, thank you so much, and I want to say that
Let
you
me ask you something. Okay, so hold on, ladies. So I have some friends in music like Miss Nelly, and I wanted to bring them here so they could do an interview. I wanted somebody to interview just women in business, like
Yes.
music, Southern Soul, and other stuff. Would you mind doing the interview for
I
us?
would love to. I'd be
I'm
honored.
So I'm gonna get my assistant. Her name is Miss Vonda, just in case.
Hi, Miss
y'all got
Vonda
to
over there.
And for us to set it up, because Miss Nelly asked me, because when you talk about business, listen. I want you to listen to them, because that's where I be like, wow, and like Miss Nelly tell me that you gotta own it. Let me tell you something. I tell people, I used to have an issue with being, thick sexy. That's what I am. I'm thick sexy. Just in
Wait a
case you
minute,
don't
my
know,
cousin
this
that
child-
passed away, her name was Tamika. Tamika called herself Big Sexy.
Yeah, well, I'm thick sexy.
Okay.
So I'm thick. This called thick sexy.
Yeah, you know.
I used to have a problem with being thick sexy, and then I had to realize that it ain't nothing wrong with being thick
There
sexy.
you
Nothing
go.
wrong with y'all petite girls. It's okay. But I am a whole buffet, honey. I'm not a
You
snack.
are a whole buffet. There you go. There
So
you go.
Miss Nelly told me one day, she said, when you walk in a room, she said, you gotta own it. So, girl, let me tell you something. I'm gonna walk up in here. You seen earlier I had that head rag on my head. I just came through with the head. Girl, you see that big old head rag on my head, Trina.
You do look different than you did when we were
Cause
in the
my hair
trailer.
wasn't comb. I
Okay.
told you I need to comb. I told her I needed to comb my hair.
I thought, what you know what she said? Well, I stayed in the car because I knew I didn't comb my hair. So I thought the rag.
I don't have
let
no
me be honest.
shame.
We
You
be
thought it was a
being
headband.
real.
Girl, who wear headbands in 2019? You
Well,
was out of
look,
order.
Misha, you said you had to stay in the car to comb your hair.
And you thought my hair was combed? You need glasses. Trina, girl, one part of my bangs was up here, the other one was slick back behind my
But
ear.
look, I don't judge people.
Well, that wasn't cute. And if you had come in and said your hair was combed, I'm say, baby, you can get my comb out my purse.
So
Let's go in the
I
bathroom.
do like this though, better than the headband.
Because there wasn't no headband, that was a headscarf. Oh my Jesus.
Okay, so my
She
bad.
said own it. So even when I come in here, you know, because there's a lot of men and stuff. I be around a lot of men all the time, and somebody asks me, "How you be around all the men? You don't care?" I love me. So let me tell you, the most unattractive thing to a man is low self-esteem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come in here, Trina. I'm gonna pull my shoes. See, I got my shoes off in this interview right now. Y'all know I don't like shoes. I don't like shoes. I don't like clothes. But due to we're on Facebook, I have to keep my clothes
Please
on.
keep your clothes on. Yeah. Her team is over there saying, keep your clothes on.
I don't like clothes. I don't like shoes. But I say to women, because I have a lot of because I have a daughter, a teenage daughter, and she's stick fine too.
Okay.
And somebody told me your daughter got a whole bunch of confidence. I say because I'm her mama. Because I always say you have to validate your kids at home. So I always tell my baby, you beautiful, whatever. Don't let nobody.
You don't need nobody else to tell you
These
nothing.
men like full buffet meals, baby. Don't let them think they just want a snack. They like full buffet meals. So I tell people that, and they be like, well, you don't be getting nervous when you're around these men like this. Why? Girl, I be so nonchalant. Like, who are you? I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you do. Honey, girl, I can be around the best of them, and I be like, I had a lady say, girl, that's so-and-so. I was like, lady, get over there. You doing too much. Because I don't do all that, Trina, so I don't have, people think I'm nonchalant and I'm mean, and I'm not. It's just that I don't really have a reaction. Because, I mean, this is business.
Yeah, and then, so one of the guys at the Red Rooster, well, you say that, so last week, whatever week, Tucker was here with Keith Frank. So the next week, he said, I'm mad, I'm not speaking to you.
Wow.
What'd I do? Well, you didn't introduce me to Keith Frank. I said, hell, I didn't speak to Keith Frank. He was over there. I was working to do it. So I get that. Yeah, and first of all, I was so thrown off by him saying that. That's not what we here for. We at work.
You know what's embarrassing when an artist comes up to you and say, hey, I'm so-and-so. You don't know me. This is what I say.
Oh, don't tell me I don't think I want to know what you
be like,
say.
who, baby, what you sang? And then they say, I sang this. I say,
and you don't even know the
so
song.
I'll look at Miss Vonda. I'll be like, oh, yeah, we done heard that song. When they walk up, I ask Miss Vonda, who was that?
Miss Vonda, you don't be knowing it either?
Majority, she
okay,
know more
okay.
than I know. Because
Okay.
let me tell you, this is real. This is Lamar's Williams. I don't know if y'all know him, but he's his daddy he's son with the Williams brothers.
Okay.
Lee Williams is his daddy.
Okay.
His daddy saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. And Lamar's is singing about backing your booty up.
Oh.
Talking about you got a trailer on your back. That's what he talking about. I love that song, whatever he be saying. I love Lamar.
Right.
And I be jamming. So here go Miss Brenda, because she be on Pandora. She thinks she be knowing.
Oh, she be knowing the
If
song.
she know one song I don't know, she thinks she know. So I be like, she say, you know whose son it is. I say, who? Lee Williams. I say, and he up here singing about people got tractors on the back and all this booty stuff, and you're humping in the Impala. But I love Google him.
I'm gonna have to.
And it's him.
Really?
Yes,
Okay,
and it's
Lamar's
another
Williams.
guy. His
Lamar's
name
Williams, all we got to remember to look
yeah,
at.
and it's another guy. His name started with a Q. It's a funny name, girl. I be like, where all these men coming from? God? But the songs, you be like, I didn't heard the song, but you never know who they are.
That's
and then
true.
came around this week, this time when the nominations came up, Lamar's is in like a bunch of categories.
Oh, really?
And so they reached out to me, and I was like, boy, I be listening to your song. You talking about
The tractors
something on the back or whatever you be saying. He's like, Miss Misha, that's not what it be saying. I say, well, I don't know what it's saying, but I'll be backing it up. And then, like, I remember I was telling you that, you know, a lot of the Southern Soul, a lot of the R&B artists are coming over. So the other day I was sitting I pulled up at home and I was sitting in the car and my phone rung. And I, hello, because, you know, now it's DBT time, so I just answered my phone. And he said, how you doing? I thought it was somebody I knew. I just thought I forgot to say the number in the phone. He said, how you doing, Miss Misha? I said, oh, I'm doing fine, baby. We done had a 20-minute conversation. He got talking about, well, I just want to know what I could do to come through the show and this and that. I said, baby, God, this is the lie that I use. I done got a new phone and I forgot to say your number in my phone.
We all use that.
I say so. He said, Miss, guess who it was, girl?
Lee Williams.
Tony Terry.
Get the heck
Say
out
what,
of
baby?
here.
How you doing? Look, I said, baby, you know I'm a little slow. You know I have make him laugh.
Yeah.
He said, well, I gave my manager your number. He said, but I wanted to give you my personal number. Here I am. I hurry up and I call somebody. I said, you know who I just got the phone with? He called me. I talked to him for 30 minutes.
Before you even knew who he was.
They say, Misha. I say, well, I have never had a conversation with him,
Yes.
but he said that he had reached out to another artist, you know, because a lot of these artists, you know, they do it, they Southern Soul artists say me. So he had asked one of the artists in the studio, hey, well, what is the lady's number? Because he said the artist brought it up to him and said, you need to, if you want,
y'all see Miss Misha be doing big things while y'all playing.
when you want to get out here and you want to be, you know, get in the, you want people. They say I think the ZBT Awards is one of those platforms, and he's like, what is the ZBT Awards? And he asked me what it meant and stuff. He said, how you come up with that? And I told him, he said, you're a very smart lady. I said, I try to be sometime.
That is
and I told him, I said, baby, I love your song. I say, do you want me to start singing? He said, can you sing? I say, no, but that's not the point. The point is that I can sing. So he said, no, we're not going to do that today. We'll do that another day. I said, okay.
That is so funny. So, Tony Terry, is he coming?
Baby, we working on that.
Okay,
so
work on it,
when
I'll
again,
make
you love
sure I'll
Tony
be there this
Terry,
week. I do
because
like
see,
Tony
this is what it is. You know, we give out a Star Power Award, and that's kind of like last year Calvin Richardson got it. So that's kind of like the guys that's been in Southern Soul for a long time that BET never recognized, but they move, even though they just getting on the chilling circuit, but they got a resume.
Yeah.
So Tony Terry would probably be my recipient for that, which is he did say, I'm open today that I can come. But see, I'm trying to get a performance because I want to be up there singing background on Everlasting Love. That's my favorite song. I want to sing backup.
You silly.
I do. You don't like that
Silly.
song?
I do like that
But
song.
I love
I'm laughing
Tony
at you
Terry.
about that
My
dancing
daughter
back
told
it
my
up.
mama, who is Tony Terry? I say, see, that's what I'm talking. Girl, she Lizzo, baby. She loves some Lizzo, honey. She don't know about no Tony Terry.
Lord.
If it ain't that little old boy, what's his name? Little BB, little Kiki, whatever the little baby name is. Them children don't know nothing about that.
They don't.
But she'll be in there in the bathroom singing Betty Wright, honey.
Yes.
But you know, everybody know Betty.
Everybody, just like Maze for the most part.
Everybody, because baby, she be singing that too.
So for the most part, first I want to say thank you.
Girl, thank you. I had fun.
Thank you, and I have had so much fun.
I'm gonna have to get another interview. Look, can I get another interview for my show? But I'm gonna bring.
Well, I'm coming to your.
Well,
something I also want to do at your show. I was just telling Ron I was going to talk to you about that. Since we're here.
People.
I do. I want to do that. I want to do that. But this is new for me, so I'm just starting this. So I'm learning to do some different things. So this is I'll have a camera that I can walk around, different things like that. So this is new. This part is new.
So let me tell you what I would like for you to do. Okay, so we have these ladies called Hell and Hellfire. They pretty much interview on the red carpet. But like when we do the intermission and you know how we take a break, I would like for you to be the person that's out there mingling in the audience and interviewing different people.
Oh yes, I would love that.
Where
Would
you at
be
the
me, girl. That
ZBT
would
Awards,
be me.
and I'll make sure I get with Frost and everybody and let them know that we gotta kind of work a way in there for you to do that.
Definitely.
Because that way I have those interviews up close and personal, and then maybe I can get, because I have some camera guys there, and maybe I can get a camera guy to kind of keep up with you so we can get that.
That would be super cool. That would be. I would love that. Would love that.
We're gonna work this.
We're gonna work it. And what I do want you to do is I'm definitely interested in that panel. Let's get that together.
Yes.
Well, guys, this is Tamesha Horten, my new friend. And it's so funny. Last time we talked on the phone, just the first time we talked on the phone, we talked forever and we clicked.
We're supposed to get some stuff going on.
We're going to get some stuff going on.
She's too busy for me, honey. I don't know what
I'm trying to be busy. But I had a man no more, so
Girl, you think? What is going
anyway, that's a whole nother. We'll talk about that off camera. But anyway,
I ain't got
so that's why I'm free for the ZBT Awards.
Why have I been single for 6 years? Y'all pray
That's
for
gonna
me.
be on the next panel. But guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is it's gonna probably be like a 3-parter. Well, I didn't need to say that this time. I was supposed to say that. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and the conversation really got good. Y'all support Tamisha and the ZBT Awards. It's a great event. I learned so much today. I must tell you, I knew nothing about this, and I'm so glad that you were here to tell people what this really is. And now I will be able to, because one thing I do, if I hear someone saying something negative, if I can say something back, I do. I don't just say No, that's not how that was. Or this is how that
and when you know, you can say no, that's not.
Because and that was why I was so excited about this interview.
A lot of people tell me, a lot of friends that I got on Trailride say, no, that ain't how that goes.
Yes.
Call and ask them.
Yes.
And then I have had people to call me and say, Miss Misha, let me apologize to you because I thought it was like that.
Right.
But when you don't know, you don't know. So I'm just saying, I'm an open book.
But the more you know,
ask me, honey, I'm going to give you the answer.
And the ZBT Award time, so she don't answer the phone even if she don't know who you are. You see how she did Tony?
And be talking, honey, and be talking.
Well, bye, guys.
Tony Terry, was he single, girl? If you hear, I'm asking
Tony,
you
are you single, Tony Terry? Thank you, guys.
I'm asking for her.
No. You know who I want.
Okay, we finna go. Cut the camera.
Okay.
Cut the camera.
Bye, y'all. See you later.